It's been 1 year since Cyrus Carmack Belton, a 14-year-old, was the accused. Rick Chow was a former Shell gas station owner on Park Lane Road. The Richland County Sheriff's Department says Chow shot Carmack Belton in the back after falsely accusing him of shoplifting bottles of water.
WIS reporter Naomi Popa spent the day working to get updates on this case. Naomi, what have you learned?
You know, it's been an emotional day for the family. I spoke to two of those family members today. Now, of course, because of those emotions, they're not willing to speak on camera with us. But I did speak to Jack Swirling, the attorney for Rick Chow. He says they could go to court by late fall or early winter. Todd Rutherford represents the Cyrus's family. He tells me he's had productive meetings with the solicitor's office, but still waits to hear what their next steps will be. However, Rutherford says he's been given no timeline on a possible court date. Now, I asked Richland County Sheriff Leon Lott about that timeline with respect to the family.
And you can't tell a family to be patient, but it's going to take time. So, it's been a year. Or some cases, this work waited a lot more than this. So we just have to see. We're waiting and seeing, just like the family is.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop.
Taylor House Publishing.
All right, peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of Taylor House Publishing. All praises to the Most High for allowing us to be here today. And the clip that you just saw is about 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton. Now, Cyrus Carmack Belton was a 14-year-old African-American male who visited the Express Mart there in Columbia, Richlands County, South Carolina. Mr. Carmack was apparently targeted, watched, harassed by the store owner, the store owner's son, and the store owner's wife. Mr. Rick Chow, Andy Chow, and his wife, Alice Chow. Now, you can tell by the names, those people are of Asian descent. And when Cyrus was in the store, he picked up about 4 water bottles, took them out the freezer, then he put them back. After he did this, Alice Chow told her husband that the young man had took the bottles and put them in his book bag. Mind you, he's 14-year-old, so probably leaving for school, headed to school, had a book bag. It is then said that Andy Chow, the son, and Rick Chow, the father, confronted him, intimidated him, and demanded that he open up his book bag. They kept him from leaving the store, which is kidnapping, and, demanded that, they show him the contents of his bag. So during this encounter, the 14-year-old Cyrus, he jumped at the opportunity and he bolted from the store. Said he left out the exit of the store. And it was then that Mr. Chow and his son Andy chased after him. And the young man, they said, was running so fast that he dropped his book bag and ran up out of his shoes. Ran up out of his shoes trying to get away from this guy. Nevertheless, Mr. Chow pulled out his weapon and shot 14-year-old Cyrus in the back. And Cyrus succumbed to his injuries. And this happened once again on May 28th of last year, 1 year ago. And again, I would not have heard this story unless somebody sent it to me. Now, Mr. Chow was charged, fortunately and unusually, with first degree. And he was held and is still being held without bond. The case has yet to go to trial. However, as usual, Mr. Chow is claiming self-defense. The child was running away, and Mr. Chow claims that the child pulled a weapon, turned around, and pointed it towards him, at which then he acted in self-defense and fired away. Now, the police say that there was a gun found near the 14-year-old's body. That disputes things that witnesses say. Witness said, okay, they never saw Cyrus wielding a gun at the man. Now, also, there's some controversy with the gun because paperwork shows, an investigative report shows that that particular gun belongs to a defendant in a federal case, which once again is questionable. Now, my claim or what lead me to believe is that Mr. Chow may have even put that gun by there, because after the shooting, several people who frequented the store came back and they said that how Mr. Chow treats customers. They said he has even shot at shoplifters 2 times in the past since his 8 years of being there. And also, authorities have actually asked to see his computer files, because they want to know, is there a policy or is there some kind of manual that gives him or displays how employees are supposed to act when somebody is suspected of stealing. But just like the lawyer for the family said, even if he had taken the bottled waters, which he didn't, it's been clarified that he didn't, you still don't shoot someone in the back. And fortunately for this family, once again, the man has been charged. However, the son has not been charged. And it's been almost 1.5 years now. And the family is hoping that the son get charged too, because again, that son was involved in the chasing of Mr. Belton. Now, if I'm with my homeboy and, we running after somebody and he get the letting off and somebody, loses their life, best believe I'm going to be charged as well. And even the wife, who was the catalyst of this, should also face charges. But this reminds me of a parody of the movie Menace to Society, where Kane and Odell walked into the store and they immediately began to be looked at, searched, followed, harassed with eyes, and the lady, told them to hurry up and buy. Now, this is a parody of that movie that I'm going to show you real quick.
Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
Now, has anybody been in the store, no matter what store, and felt that way? I know I have. For some reason, the Koreans, the Asians, whatever who owns that store, they have a prepare. Like if you hold your head up enough and you look around, they're definitely watching you. You know, maybe not to the extent that that lady is, but you definitely see them watching you, and you know they want you out of their store. Now, whether it's the beauty supply store, which a lot of Asians own, the nail salon, which a lot of Asians own, the corner store or the gas station, which a lot of Asians own, or even the Chinese store, which a lot of Asians own. A lot of us in the black community, we frequent and patronize these stores, in my opinion, all too often. Much too frequently for my taste. But the fact that they treat us the way they do should automatically make us rethink where we spend our money at. Now, even after this instance, the Express Mart still continues to be ran, probably by the son and the mother. Now, they did say that the store was broken into, and you know, some beer and some cigarettes were stolen, but that's minuscule. You know, they're gonna replace that. That's a drop in the bucket of how much money they make over years and years and years and extract from the black community. And it blows my mind to think and to see this and many other instances where, you know, black people have been mistreated. I think a few years back you saw one nail shop owner or beauty supply owner store beating a black woman with a broom, getting her out. You know, there was been several other instances of Asian mistreatment of black people. But then a couple of years back, you had this movement talking about Stop Asian H word. And there's no way you can say we H Asians as much money we spend with them. So they take maybe 2 or 3 incidents when, you know, it was not a racial thing. It was probably like unpleasant service thing where people were not pleased with the services or the goods they received, and then they, you know, got into an argument or even a physical confrontation with the store owner who just happened to be Asian. But there were no black people just running around, you know, being mean to Asians. But you see here that unless they're taking our money, they don't care nothing about us. We're not spending no money in those stores for the most part, you know, they don't care nothing about us. And the fact that this man had already shot at 2 customers, accusing them of shoplifting, and he got off those previous time because they said self-defense. But the fact that he took it so far to unalive a 14-year-old child for allegedly stealing 4 bottles of water, $4 or $8 worth of goods, probably $12 with the inflation now, but nevertheless, that is not worth even chasing somebody down. That is once again a 0.0000001% of probably the profits that he's made since he owned the store. So what gives him the right to chase down our young brother like that and do what he did? What gives him the gall? You know, what emboldens him to do that? Probably was the false narrative of, you know, the Stop Asian H movement that black people were so enamored with and engaged with. Like, I don't see a bunch of black people harming Asians. On the other hand, I see a lot of Asians harming black people. So this is just one example, and I could, you know, do a lot more. But I just wanted to show, somebody once again sent me this a while back, and I'm just getting around to it, and I'm glad I looked it up because this happened just a year and a half ago. The guy still facing a charge, which his lawyer is saying that, he operated in self-defense, and they're going to try to use the state stand your ground law. Now, you know how that works against black people. If a white person is standing their ground, or a non-black person is standing their ground against a black person, then it's automatically enacted. But you see, in the case of Sypo Bennett down there in Florida, he stood his ground, and he's charged with capital, I think, a capital offense. And so this highlights once again the inequities, the injustice, the double standards of what we see here in America as regards to black people, especially black males, and also young black males. This guy was targeted since the day, or since the minute that he walked into that store. And he was actually held and demanded that he open his bag, in which he probably refused and ran away. But yet and still, these people have gotten away with cold-blooded unalivement. Not this time. At least he was arrested. So we're going to keep an eye on this case and give an update when the verdict is handed down. But yet and still, the son has not been charged, nor the wife, and they're still making money. And probably same black people who was outraged about a week or two after the shooting is going in there spending their hard-earned money with these people who could care less about taking the lives of one of our young brothers. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day.
The one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop.
Taylor House Publishing.